we've had multiple conversations here in Davos on the market structure and the industry structure and the times when we had several players, dozens, and then you said maybe it's 6 or 5 is the global average. India has now settled at lower than that, which is about 3, but it yet doesn't seem like a financially viable or healthy structure. Is that a 2019 change that may take place, or do you think that this disruption will continue for the next 2 or 3 years?
It's very hard to predict what others will do, but I would say, given the lay of the land, 2019 should be a year of stopping the dreadful decline. Will it be a year of recovery? Possibly not. A year of recovery could be 2020. And this is a year where you have to invest more, get out more into the markets for 4G, compete in the marketplace, hold on to your market share, hold on to your better customer. So I would say this will be a year of perhaps hemorrhaging stopping.
Perhaps.
Yes.
But you still don't feel confident enough to say this?
It's hard to say. Eventually, one player is playing a low tariff game, high subsidy game. It has to be his call.
Who's going to bite the bullet and say, this low tariff game has to stop? Jio has shown no signs or indications of that, and from everything we understand, they don't intend to be the first ones to either stabilize tariffs or raise tariffs. Is it going to be you?
We have already started to do that. We have taken a position. We have been number 1 for 20 years. Doesn't matter if you're number 1 or 2. I think what is more important is you need to be a viable, solid, well-respected player in the market. I always give an example of Kotak Bank. I don't know what number it is, maybe it's 4, 5 or 6, but it's considered to be a premier, foremost bank in the country. Great brand, great customer service. That should be a role model within the 3-player. Regardless of you have 10 million customers, more or less, you have the right profile of customers, you're providing great innovative services, terrific network, rest will follow. When the chips will fall, we will be the last man standing. I've always said that.
Okay.
And to that extent, I'm very proud of what we have developed. It's a homegrown, company. We have spent over $45–50 billion building Airtel. It's one of the finest machines, great brand, great management teams out there. And we will be the last man standing because company is still in a great shape. Africa is stabilized. India, parts of India have stabilized. Some more turbulence will happen in the fixed broadband side. And that is yet to play out. But do keep in mind, 7–8 quarters of mobile, absolute mayhem. We have stood firm.
Jio ARPU about 154 rupees in the third quarter of FY18, 130 in this Q3 which just got reported. Yours 123 in the third quarter of FY18, 100 in Q2. Right? I'm not asking what Q3 will bring, but are we going to see a stabilization in ARPUs? Equally in subscriber numbers, Jio has gone from 16 crores to 28 crores in the same period. You've gone from 28 to 33. How are you going to be able to grow subscribers? Is that going to be the focus? Is ARPU going to be the focus? Or is just saving viability and some degree of, sort of profitability going to be the focus?
All of it. You have to get more customers. We have fight for customers every month.
But then that's a tariff war.
No, we have not played tariffs for a long time. In fact, we have taken the bottom up. We have said minimum 35 rupees. And if the market will respond well, we'll probably take it to 60 or 80, I don't know. There's got to be a minimum ARPU coming in. Even if you see Reliance, the minimum pack is 50 bucks. There's nothing below that. So you'll have to keep them taking their lower table up. And those people who are gouging a lot of data, who are using a lot of data, will need to start giving more than $3.99. They were comfortably giving 5, 6, 7, 800. So you'll have to, do a right segmentation, get to the high-end customers, give them Netflix, give them Amazon Prime, give them Z, give them other content, music, Wink, and digital TV, and get the ARPUs up. And you will see within 2019 trend of some of the ARPUs going up. On our side, at least.
On your side.
Yes.
Within this calendar year, substantially going up, moderately going up.
How much market allows. You can't be absolutely out of the market.
Right.
But already with 35 rupees minimum, that would mean we'll shed a large amount of customers who are double SIMing or who are giving you almost nothing but being on the network. They will weed out in the next few months, and you will see the ARPU table going up.
And commensurately, do you expect that profitability will also improve in some fashion?
That depends, how much more you want to invest in the marketplace. What you have to focus right now in 2019, 2020 is hold on to your market share, which is both RMS and CMS.
Right.
And if that is in place and your cost structures are well taken care of, I think you will be okay. Africa, we have already moved 5 billion of debt, and 6 billion is DOT debt, which is covenant free, and that's a 16-year payment schedule unless the government extends it by another 2 or 3 years. So that's sorted out. The market debt, which is balanced $4 to $5 billion, which is bonds and banks. The company's stated position is that we will sell some of our assets like towers in order to pay that down. We've also set up a committee to look at some capital raising.
Okay.
And you will probably hear something from this committee or the board in the coming weeks.
Capital raising is in, so...
We will recapitalize the company.
Dilution of your stake?
No, maybe not. I'll put more money. What's the problem?
No, I have no problem. I'm glad that you're putting your money.
You know, if
I'm just wondering, are you looking to bring in more partners from the outside?
The committee is evaluating all options. There are 2 or 3 options.
Okay, so more equity capital.
Yes.
And what's the timeline for the Africa IPO?
It depends. We have already stated June, July at some point in time.
So you're sticking to that at this point?
At the moment, yes. Work is going on.
Okay, and what other route are you using to?
Towers.
Okay, and you're selling towers?
Yeah. So towers stake, once the merger takes place, it's a stated position that we'll sell down some more stake.
Correct, but do we know what the next steps and when they'll play out? Can you give me some more detail?
Round of mergers.
Right.
And once the merger takes place, then will be the...
So, but you've said this for a couple of years now, that you intend to divest. Yes. So that's in the... But if you can give me a little bit more detail on what timelines could be, or how much, or what...
We are waiting for the merger process. First, that has to complete.
Okay.
There will be one company, news shares will be issued to Vodafone. So it depends on all that process going forward.
Okay, so your leverage,
but suffice to say, financial support or money is not an issue for Airtel.
No, it's not an issue. I think investors and analysts are interested in knowing how you intend to bring your net debt to EBITDA levels, gone from some 2.6 to now 4.5, 4.25.
4 is quite a norm in the telecom industry.
So you intend to reduce it by how much?
We'll be more comfortable bringing it down. But that's why I'm saying some tower sales, some capital raising will all be diverted towards the reduction of debt. This is an industry where mobile phones will be at the core of everything that anybody and everybody does, government or citizens. And in that, we'll play a very major role. We are not going to develop content on our own, but we are partnering with Amazon, with Netflix, with Zee, with Eros, with Hulu. So we are becoming the partner of choice as a telecom carrier for all the content players who want to play out. That's our strategy. We don't want to make investments in the areas we don't understand very well.
Okay.
And similarly, we'll go for e-commerce. Eventually, if that plays out, there are enough e-commerce companies who will seek us out.
But you're not intending to purchase any of these or take equity stakes, all collaborations and partnerships?
What we like is telecom, what we know is telecom, and that's where we focus on.